My wife sat on another man's lap right in front of me, heartbroken and humiliated. I went to find my father-in-law.
She's a fucking moron.
She's my daughter before your wife.
What's your fucking master?
But it seemed as though I was the one who had done something wrong, not his daughter. Everyone around me was waiting to see me become a laughingstock. Faced with such humiliation, I could only swallow my anger and shame, because the old man before me was the local gang boss, someone I couldn't afford to cross. Just when I thought I could endure it and let it pass, my wife pushed even further, bringing that man back to our home. I could only sit in a dirt corner, watching her see him off. When she returned, I suddenly turned on the lights. I wanted this woman to know that I was fully aware of what she had done, but not only did she show no guilt, she acted completely indifferent. I ignored her response and went straight upstairs. The relationship between this woman and me had long been dead in all but name. My only concern was my son. What I didn't expect was that she would have my father-in-law pressure me, trying to make me initiate the divorce myself. I felt nothing when I heard this. I too wanted to quickly leave this venomous woman. But what my father-in-law said next was unacceptable. I could leave with nothing, but I had to leave my son with him. The next day, the gang boss sent 2 of his men over, saying they wanted to take my son and me to an amusement park. I wanted to refuse, but it was no longer up to me. The 2 subordinates brought my son and me to the amusement park, where my father-in-law was already waiting. He had his men take my son aside to play, then told me sinisterly that he wanted to talk privately. We got on the Ferris wheel, and just as we reached the highest point, I saw my wife's figure below. Immediately after, she got my son into a car. It turned out my father-in-law had deliberately tricked me onto the Ferris wheel to take my son away from me. I desperately tried to resist, but then my father-in-law pulled out a gun. I could only watch helplessly, unable to do anything. However, these people had no intention of letting me go. They stuffed me into a trunk and took me to the wilderness, where an abandoned RV was parked. They threw me inside, forced an entire bottle of alcohol